Yastyakva rupamadhyam prabhavati jagataha anekadha anugrahaya prakshena klesharashe vishama vishadhara anekavaktra subhogi sarvajnana prasute bhojaga parikara pretaye yasya nityam devo yesha savo vyat sita vimalatanuho yogado yogayuktaha yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam Patanjalim pranjalina natosmi abahu purushakaram shankha chakrasidharinam sahasra shirasam shvetam pranamami Patanjalim Srimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha Patanjala Mahabhashya Charaka Pratisamskritaihi Manovakaya doshanam hartre ahipataye namaha bhashyakrit sutrakrit chapi nirmalantam surupinam Dhyataram Shripater Nityam Patanjalim Namamyaham Satyapratisthayam Kriyaphala Ashrayatvam So, very good afternoon my friends, and today we have the second yama that is being explained. What is the consequence of or benefit of strongly establishing ourselves in the concept of Satyam?
今天我们讲的是内视当中的第二个概念，就是讲到如果严格的遵守诚实的原则会有哪些好处。
Satyam is the second niyama, and it's not so easy to translate this word into one English word.
Satya 是内视的第二条，用一个英文词来翻译它是很难的。
Some people talk about this as the truth.
有人说它是真实。
It can also mean honesty.
也可以翻译成诚实。
it can also mean integrity,
也可以说是正直，
it can also mean reality.
也可以说是实相。
That's very, very important, the concept of what is Satyam.
Satyam 这个概念非常重要。
Satyam is acceptance of Sat.
Satyam 是接受 Sat。
Sat represents a principle that is not changing.
Sat 代表一个不变的原则，
An objective reality at the highest level.
它是最高的客观的实相。
But what is important for us to understand is that we are all living through a subjective reality. Each of us, we have a subjective reality.
这里重要的是，我们要知道，其实我们每个人都活在主观的现实当中，我们每一个人都有自己的主观的现实。
So there is a delicate balance between what is objective reality and what is subjective reality. And this is where conflict arises, because we think that our subjective reality is the same as the subjective reality of other people. That creates conflict.
其实主观的现实和客观现实之间有微妙的关系，这也正是问题出现的原因。因为我们每个人都认为自己的主观现实和其他人的主观现实应该是一样的。
In a short term, there is our experiences which is happening on a subjective reality that must be directed towards a long-term experience of the objective reality.
如果我们简单的说的话，其实我们每个人的内在都发生了很多主观的体验，我们要让这些主观的体验从长期来说符合客观的事实。
Now it's the mango season in India.
有印度的一个人这样说。
Now you take a mango seed.
如果是有一个芒果的种子。
Now its subjective reality at the current moment is that it's a seed.
它现在的主观的实相就是当下它是一颗种子。
You plant it, it's no more the seed, it changes into a little sapling.
但是如果把它种下去，它就不再是一颗种子了，是一个小苗。
That's its second reality which has changed.
可以说，种子的第二个现实已经发生了变化。
Then it becomes a tree over time.
可能会变成一棵芒果树，随着时间的推移。
And after some point, it will probably die.
可能过一段时间之后，这个树也会死亡。
So, the subjective experience of this concept of mango is changing from every moment.
可以说，芒果它的主观的实际情况是一直在变的。
But at each moment, that is its reality.
但是每时每刻都是它的真相。
But what is the objective reality is throughout its life, it is remaining as a mango plant, mango seed, mango leaf, whatever form, it is not changing its nature of being a mango.
但是整个芒果，它的一生从不管是芒果的种子，一直到幼苗，一直到树，或者是这个树叶等等，全部都是芒果的，这是终其一生没有变化的部分。
It's not losing its essence of mangoness.
它并没有失去它芒果的最本质的东西。
So it's rooted in its svabhava.
也就是它是植根于自己的svabhava种子潜能的。
In its nature.
它是植根于自己的本性的。
Now this is very, very important and significant.
这点是很重要、很有意义的。
So when we interpret and extend this theory to us,
当我们认真的去理解这个理论，并且应用自己身上的时候，
that is what is Satyam.
其实就做到了Satyam。
We have to exist in our nature that doesn't change.
我们要生活在自己不变的真实本性当中。
We all have a concept called svabhava or swadharma that is sustained throughout our life.
我们都有一生不变的svabhava或者swadharma，有自己的使命和潜能。
But in the short term, we are manifesting subjective realities of the same.
但是在不同的时刻，我们可能会表现出不同的主观的实相。
So the short-term experiences must be consistent with the long-term expression of our reality.
我们短时间的体验应该是和自己的长时间的本质的实相一致。
That is Satyam.
这就是Satyam。
That we are representing our essence.
也就是说，我们真正的代表活出自己的真实本质。
That's what Patanjali is talking here about. Satyam, be true to yourself. Have that integrity. If that mango tries to be a papaya, it loses its integrity.
这就是帕坦加利要告诉我们的，要对自己真实，要表现出自己真实的情况。如果芒果想要变成菠萝的话，那它就失去了自己的本质。
The same way, we must not lose our integrity, our swabhava.
同样的，我们也不要失去自己的种子潜能和本性。
We all come with swabhava, swadharma.
我们生来都有 swabhava 和 swadharma。
Just because somebody else is expecting us to be different from that, we cannot be that.
只是因为别人希望我们成为别的样子，我们并不能成为其他的样子。
I hear so many people tell me, oh, my mother or father want me to be a doctor, or they want me to be a lawyer, oh, my husband doesn't allow me to be a lawyer, my husband doesn't allow me to be an artist, my husband doesn't allow me to be a dancer.
我听到非常多的人跟我说，我父母希望我成为律师、成为医生，或者是我老公不让我去做律师，不让我去做医生等等。
My wife doesn't allow me to be this, my girlfriend doesn't allow me to be that. Many people say that the partner or family or friends want them to be something else.
或者说我妻子、我女朋友不让我做什么等等，很多人都说他的亲戚朋友不希望他做自己，让他成为一个别的什么样子的人。
Now, we human beings think that this is possible and this is actually valid.
我们人类觉得成为别的样子也是可能的，也是对的。
The reality is it's not, and that's why we become sick.
但其实是不可能的，这也是为什么我们会生病。
Because we cannot be somebody else.
因为我们成不了别人。
It's impossible. We have to be our own nature. That is what is the truth.
这是不可能的，我们只能做真实的自己，这就是事实。
We accept that in animals and plants, but we don't accept that in human beings.
我们接受动植物做它自己，但是对人类就不行。
When the snake is poisonous, we don't say that it's a bad.
蛇有毒的话，我们也不说这条蛇很糟糕。
We build a temple for the snake.
我们只是比较小心毒蛇就好了。
Ācārya namaha.
我们甚至还有跟蛇有关的唱诵。
When we think that rose has thorns, we don't complain. We accept it. Oh, rose has thorns.
发现玫瑰花有刺的时候，我们也不会抱怨，只知道玫瑰花有刺就行。
Whereas when it comes to human beings, we are a bit different. We are hypocrites.
但是，一旦涉及到人类了，我们就不一样了，就变成了批评专家了。
We don't accept other human beings to be as they are. We want them to be as we want them to be.
我们不接受他们本来的样子，只希望他们成为我们希望的样子。
That's the deviation from Satyam.
这已经背离了Satyam原则。
That's why Patanjali says, establish yourself in Satyam, in your own objective and subjective realities, because that is real.
所以帕坦加利说要遵循Satyam的原则，让你自己的生活都是基于诚实，做自己的基础之上，这才是真正的诚实。
Each change is consistent with the nature of what is already within us.
你的每一次改变，其实都是忠实于自己内在的存在的真实的。
The mango seed suddenly cannot become another plant.
芒果树不能一下子变成别的植物。
So the same way, we cannot suddenly choose to become somebody else or something else. It's not going to work.
同样的，我们也不可能一下子选择成为别人。
But also important, what Patanjali is saying is that we have to establish ourselves in the truth in three dimensions: kaya, vacha, manasa, through our actions, through our speech, and through our thoughts and intentions.
还有很重要的是，帕坦加利说，我们要活在真实当中。这个真实和诚实表现在三个方面，通过我们的言语、行为，还有思想三个方面达到诚实。
And this is why there comes the problem in human beings, because we are not able to express these realities in any of these dimensions.
其实这都是人类的问题，因为三个方面我们都没有做到诚实。
Because of what is called attachment or expectations.
就是因为执着或者说是期待。
Patanjali talks about a sequence that precedes our actions and succeeds our actions.
帕坦加利说到了我们行为之前的一系列现象和行为之后的现象。
There is what is called jnana, then there is ichcha, then there is karma. So two things precede action, jnanam and ichcha. Jnanam means some kind of knowledge and ichcha means some kind of desire or wish.
在我们行为之前有两个，一个是知识，还有一个就是我们的愿望和期待。
Normally I don't know, I don't follow the opening and closings of new businesses or restaurants in Chennai.
通常我不太知道这个期待的新的饭店开业等等这些事情。
Because I travel a lot.
因为我总是出去旅行。
Then 3-4 months later I come back.
3-4个月之后我回来。
I meet my daughter and she says, Dad, you know, there's a new restaurant.
我见到我女儿，女儿就说：“爸爸，你知道有个新餐馆。”
So she gave me jnana, some knowledge that there is something that is opening.
尼亚娜给了我一个信息知识，就是有新餐厅开业了。
That creates a desire, ichcha. Oh, I wish we should go there.
然后我就产生了欲望，我想我们应该去。
Just because you wish, you don't go there. You have to take the action. That's the next stage. You take the action. Sit in your car or bike and then go to the restaurant and eat.
只是想要你还没有行动，下一步要行动，要坐上车或者你走过去，这样你才去才。
So that's the part where Satyam has a very important role.
在这个部分，诚实就起了很重要的角色了。
The jnanam must be satya, truthful knowledge.
你获得的信息一定得是真实的信息。
Correct knowledge.
正确的知识。
That which is having some kind of integrity.
是符合，是正直的、真实的信息。
In every action, whether you want to relate with people, or eat at a restaurant, or do your studies, your self-development, there needs to be a source of knowledge that is got its own integrity.
不管是任何的行为，你是要去餐厅吃饭，还是要学习，和别人建立关系，还是自我发展方面，你获得的信息应该都是真实的，而且是正直的，符合道德原则的。
And that's where the corruption comes.
其实这里就涉及到了腐败的问题。
Because the knowledge is influenced very often by
因为这些信息通常会受什么影响呢？
our expectations or attachments.
就是我们的期待和执着的影响。
It's not necessarily based on reality.
这些信息不一定是基于真实的情况。
Somebody will tell a family member,
有的人会跟你说，比如说你家人会说
you know, now if you do lawyer business, you will get a lot of money.
现在你知道吗？做律师能挣好多钱。
So parents get attached to that idea. Oh, a lot of money for my child.
所以父母就会执着这个想法，我孩子会很有钱。
They start creating the pressure on the child. Be a lawyer, be a lawyer, be a lawyer.
就开始给孩子施加压力，要成为律师，成为律师。
A poor child.
可怜的孩子。
Its potential may not be a lawyer. It is very shy. It cannot debate very well. It's not got good memory. It
可能
can't
他
be a
以前
lawyer.
呢是不适合做律师的，因为他记忆力不好，很害羞，不擅长辩论。
So no matter how much you pressure, it may not succeed to be the best in this dimension. Maybe it has a potential in something else.
所以不管你给他多大压力，可能在这方面他都会成功，因为他的潜能在其他方面。
The biggest lie of modern era is that you can do whatever you want.
但是现在人最大的错误就是认为想做什么都可以做到。
Just work hard, you can do whatever you want.
只要你努力工作，一切都可以做到。
I've been working very hard to fly like Superman, but I cannot.
我非常努力的想要成为超人那样飞，但就是不行。
Or dance like Michael Jackson, I cannot.
或者我像詹姆斯那样跳舞，但是也做不到。
Because there is something called potential.
因为有潜能这个东西。
Swabhava, that has to be honored and respected. That's what Patanjali says. That's why the source, because these things that precede the action must be truthful.
所以就是有swabhava潜能这个东西是要尊重潜能的，在行动之前先要符合自己的潜能。
We express this through our words as well.
我们也要通过言语表达诚实。
We want a particular result.
我们想要某个特定结果。
We have an expectation
有期待。
that somebody, we want attention from somebody.
我们希望得到某人的注意。
But we see that that person is giving attention to somebody else.
但我们发现这个人关注的是别人。
So what we do, we start lying or twisting the reality so that we gain that attention.
那我们会怎么办？就会开始撒谎，开始扭曲现实来获取注意。
You know, that person is very bad, sir.
我们就说这个人很糟糕了。
You know, you don't know everything about that person.
你并不了解这个人的一切。
That person is saying bad things about you.
这个人说了很多你的坏话了。
It may not even be the reality.
可能并不是事实。
But that is basically we are doing that so that we are trying to get attention to ourselves, not to somebody else.
我们之所以这么说，是为了让自己获取他的注意，而不是别人获得他的
And
关
this is
注。
a very, very, very big problem in modern society. That's why in words, in actions, in thought, there has to be that kind of integrity. That is what is Satyam.
所以言行和思想应该都是一致的，是正直的，这才是Satyam。
This is very, very important. It's not so easy for many of us to realize that sometimes we are even lying or manipulating the truth.
很重要，有的人可能我们都没有意识到自己在撒谎，没有说真话。
So we have to be very, very careful.
要特别小心。
And sometimes, as you are expressing your reality, you may say 10, 20 nice things, but one thing you may not be happy with somebody or something.
可能有的时候问你真相的时候，你会说20个它的好处，但是有一点你是不满意的。
That gets established as reality.
你觉得这是真实？
You go to wedding, to somebody's wedding.
比如说去某个人的婚礼，
The food is wonderful,
食物很好，
but last dessert is not so wonderful.
但是最后一个甜点不太好吃。
So what we remember, very bad food.
我们会记住什么？就最后不好吃的这个。
So then same thing we do in restaurant. Maybe we are ordering 10 different kinds of food.
在餐厅也是一样，可能我们点了15、20道菜，
One of the dish is not so good.
其中一个不好吃。
And now we have a great weapon.
我们现在有一个很大的武器，
It's called the very smartphone.
就叫智能手机。
Instantly feedback on Zomato.
我
No,
们可
not
以立即
good.
给出评价反馈，
Restaurant is terrible
就评价这家餐厅很糟糕，
because one mistake happened.
因为他们犯了一个
We
错误。
forget the big reality.
我们就忘了更大的现
We
实，
get attached to one small thing.
就会执着于
So
小
same
事。
way, people may be communicating 10 different things which are very good. One thing is not good. We have so much expectation that we are attached to that. That's why we are so much caught in this era of gossip, manipulation and lies.
有很多人其实他其他方面都是好的，但是只有一点有问题，我们就会盯住这一小点开始八卦，所以我们总很喜欢八卦说谎。
So that's why Patanjali is telling us to watch what is the foundation of our actions, whether it is Satyam or Asatyam. That's the first part.
这是第一部分。
Patanjali says when you establish that for a long time, Kriya Phala Ashrayatvam.
他人家就说，如果做到了第一点，长时间的遵循的话，就会达到下面这个结果。
The fruits of your actions will be supported.
你的行为就会有成果支持，
This has many different dimensions.
这有很多含义的。
Because when you establish yourself in the truth all the time,
你长时间的遵循三项诚实的原则，
there's an alignment principle that is happening.
那就会有很多情况，很多发生。
What's in your feelings is coming out through your words and coming out through your actions, so there is an alignment. So you're only doing what you feel, you're saying what you feel and what you do.
你所想的，你所感受到的，你所说的、所做的都是一致的，也就是你的言行、思想都是一致的。
And because there is the alignment principle, the fruits of that action will be supported because there's no deviation.
因为你言行、思想都一致，所以你行为的成果也是好的，因为中间没有不一致，没有扭曲。
But if your expectation is in one way, but your action is in another way, then there will not be the alignment principle, so your consequences will not be well supported.
如果你本来期待的是一样，但是你的行为是另外一种，这样结果就是不一定很好，因为言行不一致，结果是没有支撑的。
The same way, another dimension is when you are consistent or established in your reality, you will only do actions that are consistent with your potentials and swabhava swadharma.
还有，如果你始终坚持言行一致的原则的话，你只会做那些符合你的潜能、符合你的swabhava的事情。
So you will only do what your potential is allowing, so all your energy is smoothly flowing in that direction, not trying to be something else.
你只是做符合你的潜能的事情，这样你所有的能量都投注于符合自己潜能的事情上，而不会浪费在其他方面。
If a cat is truthful and is a cat, it
如
will
果
be a
猫
good
很
cat.
诚实，它就会去做猫。
Whereas if a cat tries to be a dog, it cannot be a better dog or just because it wishes to be a better dog.
如果猫想变狗的话，它成不了很好的狗，并不会因为它想成为很好的狗就成为。
So when the cat is only trying to be a cat, its energy is moving in that same direction of its potential. So whatever actions it's doing, that will be supported.
如果猫只是做猫的话，那么它所有能量都往这个方向走，它所有的成果就都是很好的。
Whereas if it's trying to be something else, like a dog, its actions are not going to be supported because it cannot be something else.
如果猫总是想成为狗的话，它的行为就是没有根据的，它是成不了狗的。
So that's why we also need to remember ourselves that when we are putting our energy into what is our swabhava,
所以我们要不断的提醒自己，要把能量放在自己的swabhava上面。
the consequences of our actions will more easily be supported.
如果你这样做的话，你的行为就会更好，更容易产生积极的结果。
It's a very, very beautiful concept, and that is something we are forgetting.
这是非常重要的概念，也是我们容易忘的。
It's very, very important thing that we are forgetting.
很重要的原则，我们却忘了。
Now, when you look at some of the realities that we have,
我们看现在的事实。
already I touched upon this in the last lecture as well.
其实跟上期讲的也有关的。
We have a little bit of a crisis in modern times.
现在就会有一些危机。
Because of the expectations of parents,
出于父母的期待。
Parents are pushing children in terms of education to what their expectation is.
父母的期待孩子在接受教育的时候符合自己的想法。
So, let's say the smartest kids in the school,
学校里面最聪明的孩子，
not only the teachers but also the parents, they're all pushing them to be either an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or whatever field that brings in more revenue apparently.
不管是父母还是学校里的老师，都希望这些最聪明的孩子，或者是成为律师或医生或工程师等等，总之是这些最能赚钱的行业。
They are not telling their children, please study spirituality.
他们不会让孩子说，让孩子去学习灵性的。
So what happens? These fellows, they are going. Maybe they'll be good lawyers or good engineers or whatever. Okay, but maybe some of them are not interested in that.
有一些人可能会成为很好的律师、医生、工程师等等，但是也许有的人对这些并不感兴趣。
Some of them, their potential is not that.
他们的潜能不在此。
And they actually could be better philosophers.
他们可能成为更好的哲学家。
Because some of the philosophies need the smartest mind, not the dumbest minds.
因为研究哲学其实需要最聪明的头脑，而不是最笨的。
Just to take the example of something like Sankhya, Yoga, or Vedanta philosophy, it's not possible to be understood by dull minds.
就像社会派或者是瑜伽或者非常多哲学都不是很笨的人能够理解的。
That's why we have a crisis in yoga.
所以瑜伽面临着危机。
All dumb people come to yoga.
所有最笨的人都来学瑜伽。
Because all the parents and the smart people are sending the children to some other things. Nobody sending them, nobody of the smart children are saying, study yoga. I have not come across anybody so far.
聪明的人都被父母要求去学习别的了，不会去学瑜伽。我还没有遇到任何一个很聪明的人来。
You fail in other things, okay, then try yoga.
那就是说你在别的领域都失败了，就试试瑜伽。
So basically, we are getting dumber and dumber people in the school of philosophy nowadays.
所以说，在哲学方面，有的就是越来越笨的人。
It's not going to support. That's why yoga, their actions are not supported because they are not this kind of situation is not developing yoga nor developing the individual.
如果是这样的话，瑜伽发展不好，个人也发展不好。
Whereas we need more and more intelligent people to enter philosophy. That's what is called Satyam.
接下
What
来
you
是
are
要越来
capable of.
越多的人，聪明的人来学习哲学，这才是萨迦。
I'm not saying that stupid people should go become a lawyer or engineer or something like that.
我并不是说笨人才应该去做律师或工程师什么的，不
But
是这个意思。
we need to understand that certain very highly complex philosophical systems needs a mind that can understand that.
但是我们要知道，很先进、很复杂的哲学是需要一个很律智的头脑来理解的。
So that's why the actions are not sustained. Kriya, phala, ashrayatvam is not happening because their actions are not consistent with what is their reality.
所以很多人的行为并没有很好的结果，因为他的行为和他的事实是不符合的。
Many people who are dancers now come to yoga after retirement from dancing.
很多人是原来是学舞蹈的，学舞蹈之后来练瑜伽了。
Many people who used to be gymnasts or sports people
还有
come
很
to
多
yoga
人，
after their retirement because they think yoga is about bodily exercise.
有的人原来是体操运动员、各种运动员等等，他们不做运动之后就来练瑜伽，因为他们都觉得瑜伽是一种身体练习。
And they forget about other philosophical parts that are very, very fundamental to yoga.
他们忘了瑜伽当中其他非常重要的哲学部分。
So that's why actions are not gaining consequences because they are doing all these asanas for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, but no self-development is happening.
所以这些人的行为并没有好的结果，他们可能练习瑜伽20年、30年、40年，但是并没有什么大的进步。
It's not supporting. That's why the consequences are not happening.
因为他的行为是没有一个背后的支撑的，所以没有好的结果。
So that's why the concept of Satyam is so important because you have to be established in your reality, which is so different from somebody else's reality.
所以肖像这个概念非常重要，一定要做符合自己的本性真实情况的事情，而不是基于他人的情况做决定。
It's not a question of discrimination,
这并不是歧视的问题，
but rather it's a question of being respectful to what is one's capacity.
这个更重要的是尊重一个人的能力。
Think about it, if somebody is not good with their hands,
想一想，假如说有人的手不太灵活，
you can't force them to be a carpenter.
你就不能让他非得做木匠，
It's not their Satyam.
这就不撒抢了。
They will always hit the nail on their hands, not in the wood.
他可能只是把钉子钉到手上，没有钉到木头上。
So you want somebody who's good in the hands to be the carpenter.
所以有的人他一定得是手灵活，他才能做。
You want somebody who's good in language to be a translator.
只有很擅长语言的人才能做翻
But
译。
if somebody else who is not very good in language, you force them to be a translator, it's not possible.
语言能力差的人让他非得做翻译，这也很难，不可能。
You want somebody who is debating very well to be the lawyer for you.
要擅长辩论的人去做律师，
Not somebody who is very shy,
不能是很害羞的
who is
人，
very afraid to talk.
或者是很害怕的人。
You cannot trust them to argue for you.
怕讲话的人，不能让他代表你去辩论。
The other fellow will be very aggressive and this person, okay, no problem.
因为另外一个律师可能会讲话很有侵略性，你的这个律师就立即都同意了。
The reality is that we are all made different and diversity is the beauty of this universe.
事实就是我们每个人都是多样的、与众不同的，这也正是宇宙的美所在。
If everybody is the same,
如果每个人都一样，
this world will be boring.
那就很无聊了。
When you look around, all plants are not the same, all animals are not the same, even within the same species.
我们去看动物，即使是同一种动物，也不是所有的都一样的。
Yesterday I had the great fortune to visit a Goshala where there is about 900 cows.
昨天我去了一个有900头牛的地方，
And many of them are from the same breed.
很多牛都是同一个物种，都是同一个种类的。
They're all different even if they are from the same breed.
它们都是同一种牛，但是每一个牛也不一
One
样。
cow is more shy, one cow is more happy, one cow is a bit depressed. We don't know why.
有的牛比较抑郁，有的牛更开心，也不知道为什么。
So, and some has patches here, some has no patches, even if it's the same breed.
可能同一种牛，有的上面是有斑纹、花纹的，有的是没有的。
This is the beauty of universe, that there is diversity. And that diversity is the truth.
其实这就是宇宙的美所在，是多样性的，多样性才是真实的。
Standardization is not the truth because everything is in the same standard doesn't work.
标准化是不符合事实的，一切都标准化是行不通的。
Yesterday I was traveling from Bangalore to Chennai in a flight, and next to me was a pilot who was taking his flight back home.
昨天我从邦格拉德来临接待的飞机上，旁边坐了一个飞行员。
He was saying, "Oh, we have standardized everything, sir."
飞行员就跟我说，我们的一切都是标准化的。
So that customers get the same experience.
这样客户才会得到同样的体验。
But that's his feeling.
他是这样感觉的。
The reality is not all customers have the same feeling.
事实是，不会所有的客户都有同样的体验。
You sit in first row, you sit in last row, it's not the same feeling.
你坐在第一排和最后一排，感觉也不一样。
And even if you book the same seat,
即使是同样的座位，
the passenger next to you is not the same in every flight.
那每次坐你旁边的乘客还不一样呢。
You might get friendly passenger one day, very bad passenger another day.
可能某一天坐你旁边的人很友善，某一次旁边的人就很讨厌。
Even though you say you standardize, the experience is never standardized.
即使所有的服务都是标准化的，但是感受还是不是统一的。
And that's why the actual truth is that we are all diverse in this world.
所以真正的事实就是我们每个人都是多样的、不一
And we
样
have to
的。
celebrate this diversity, not try to make everybody fit into the same box.
其实我们应该因为这种多样性而庆祝，不是让所有人都装在一个盒子里。
Only then the reality of our actions will be supported.
只有这样，我们的行为才是得到支持的，才是有结果的。
So that's why this concept of diversity, because of the diverse swadharmas we have, the diverse swabhava we have, is the most important thing that we have to honor and respect.
所以说，我们每个人的多样性，每个人不同的潜能、不同的使命，这是我们应该最重视的、最珍视的东西。
And this is very important to think about in terms of our feelings, our actions, and our thoughts, and our words as well.
同时，这点也适用于我们的言行、思想等等。
We all get caught in modern day thing called politeness.
我们现代人都被礼貌这个词束缚住了。
Oh, what will they think? What will they think?
总想他们会怎么想，他会怎么想。
Bhagavad Gita, but Krishna is saying very clearly, do your swadharma, don't do other dharma.
国家讲座当中讲得非常清楚，要做自己的 dharma， 不要去做别人的 dharma。
If you start thinking for somebody else, that's not your right.
如果你开始去为别人想了，其实这并不是你的权利。
It's their job to think for themselves, our job to think for ourselves. We cannot think what will they think, what will they think.
他的任务是为他自己想，想他自己的事情；你的任务是为你自己想，你不要想他怎么想的。
That's the biggest problem of humanity. We are always worried about what somebody else thinks. We don't even worry about what we actually feel.
这是我们人类最大的问题，我们总是担心别人会怎么想，却从来不关心自己到底感受如何。
In some ways, we are so lazy, we are even outsourcing our feelings to somebody else.
可以说，其实我们是非常的懒的，但是我们却还总关心别人是怎么感受。
Our body is so hot.
身体很热。
We have to go to doctor and say, Doctor, do I have fever?
但是我们呢，还得去问医生，去问医生我是不是高烧了？我们并不知道自己的感受。
Okay.
我得去问医生，我是不是没事？
So, we have outsourced everything, including our own feeling. We are disconnected from our own reality.
可以说，我们一切都依赖于外在，甚至自身的感受都感受不到。
That's why we are so frustrated because none of our actions are being supported and we don't get the results we want or we expect.
所以说，我们都会很沮丧、很郁闷，因为我们所有的行为都是跟自己的感受、思想不一致的，所以也没有好的结果。
Whereas when you take the examples of people who were integrated in their reality,
但是如果我们找一些真的非常真实的面对自己的实相的人，
their actions manifested.
你会发现他们的行为都会显化出结果。
There is a great example in the Ramayana.
其实有非常好的例子就是拉玛亚。
Sita is a very important character. She is the wife of Rama.
在这本拉玛亚书当中有一个西塔人，非常重要的人物。
And she is somebody who is very, very, very strongly established in reality.
他是非常的植根于自己的现实的人。
At one point in the Ramayana, there is a story that Hanuman is visiting Lanka.
在罗那涅槃当中有一个故事，是哈努曼在去拜访
to try and bring back Sita.
西塔，他们想把西塔带回来。
Hanuman tells Sita, please let me take you back to Rama.
哈努曼跟西塔说：“请让我把你带回到 Rama 那里。”
Sita is so established in reality, she says, no, no, it's not your job.
西塔他是非常的相信自己的事实感受，他说：“不行，这不是你的职责。”
My husband has to come and take me back.
应该是马长把他过来让我回去。
It's his job, not yours.
这是他的工作，不是你的。
So there are many examples like that where it's so clear what she's aligned in her feelings, in thoughts and words.
有很多这样的例子，也就是这个人他自己的想法、感受和行为是非常一致的。
So during that visit, Hanuman thinks, okay, I also have to send a message to Ravana, and so he goes to the court of Ravana.
那后来哈努曼也觉得自己也应该给 Ravana 一条信息，所以他就去了 Ravana 那里。
And Ravana doesn't like the message Hanuman is giving.
但是 Ravana 并不喜欢哈努曼表达的信息。
So Ravana sets Hanuman's tail on fire.
那所以 Ravana 就跟哈努曼说
Now Hanuman has a very long tail.
就是你要再等很久，
So
让
Hanuman
他等
says,
很久。
let me use this in a good way.
然后哈努曼需要等很久，所以他就说：“那我好好利用这段时间。”
He is burning many places of Lanka.
他把兰卡的很多地方都烧了。
And he stays away from the place where Sita is captured.
他就远离西塔被关的这个地方。
So Sita hears about the fact that Hanuman's tail is being burnt.
西塔听说了哈努曼所在的这个地方都烧掉了。
And normally when your tail is burning, you will feel heat, right?
通常如果这个地方被烧了，它的尾巴被烧了，我们应该是感觉到热的。
So interesting, because Sita just utters the word Shito Bhava, which means be cool.
很有意思的是，西塔只说了一个词，就是 be cool， 要镇定。
The story goes that immediately Hanuman stops feeling the heat because the words of Sita, which just says be cool, carries that weight.
be cool 也可以理解成就是很清凉，要变得清凉。故事当中讲的是哈努曼听到了这个 be cool 变得清凉之后，立即就感觉不到热了，就只是这个语言就有这样的力量。
And that's why it's so important, my dear friends, the concept of Satyam.
所以说 Satyam 这个概念特别重要。
And I'll tell you one more reason why this is so important.
还有另外一个原因，为什么诚实这么重要？
The sages, the rishis,
圣人。
they were called rishi because the derivation of the word rishi is rishayaha, satyavachasaha. The word rishi comes from the root ritam, which is another synonym for satyam.
圣人叫做 rishi， 为什么叫做 rishi？ 其实 rishi 这个词和 Satyam 是同一个词源，都是表达真实诚实。
So the rishis were people who were established in truth.
所以所谓的圣人就是活在自己的真实当中的人。
Now what did normal people usually do with the rishis?
那通常人们会对圣人怎么做呢？怎么对待圣人？
They would prostrate.
我们就会替这些圣人，
And the rishi would give the blessing.
我们就会向圣人祈祷，圣人就会给我们祝福。
May you live long.
祝你长寿。
May you have all the comfort in your life. Sakala saubhagyamastu, etc. They will give that blessing.
祝你生活舒适幸福，会给你各种祝福。
Now because they are so established in the truth, those words will become a reality.
因为他们非常的真实，所以他们说的话会变成事实。
Now today, we have many modern day so-called rishis, gurus and many people, even elders who were in the old days very truthful. Now all these people, they are not really established in their reality.
现在社会里面有很多所谓的圣人和大师，有很多长者，这些人，但是他们已经不像原来的圣人那样，真的活在真实当中了。
They say, they give their blessing.
他们也会给出祝福，
May you live long.
祝你长寿。
Next day that person dies of heart attack.
但是第二天，这个得到祝福的人就死于心脏
May
病
you
了。
be very wealthy.
然后这些圣人说，祝你有
All
财
money
富。
lost in stock market.
但是这个人很快就不是。
Because Because their words don't carry weight, because these people are not examples of being established in the truth. That's why seeking their blessings is useless.
这些人的语言之所以没效，因为他们本身就没有活在真实当中，所以你寻求这样的圣人和大师的祝福是没用的。
That's the concept of elders. The elders have to be established in the truth.
所以说，真正的长者和圣人应该是活在真实当中。
Modern day elders are establishing what they want to achieve, manipulating the people below them.
而现代的圣人，他们的行为其实就是想满足自己的欲望，去控制这些人。
That's why even the words of people, when they are established in the truth, will manifest. They were not polite at all. Rishis were never polite.
所以，如果这些人本身活在真实当中的话，他们的语言就是有力量的，就会显化为现实。而这些圣人，他们从来不是礼貌的，他们只是真实的。
That's why even there, curses would become reality.
这也是为什么他们的诅咒也会变。
The rishi got angry and they would say something bad to you. May you get destroyed. You would get destroyed.
如果这些圣人生气了，他们说一些愤怒的话，说祝你被毁灭、毁掉，你会真的会被毁掉。
Today some elders are scolding their young people. Nasama pone. They will do very well because their words don't carry that weight.
如果是这些圣人们祝福，或者是，但是如果是现在的这些圣人们批评某个人或骂某个人的话，就会有效果，因为他们的语言是没有力量的。
Even the curses don't carry weight.
现在这些假圣人们，他们的诅咒也是没有效的。
Why? Because we are not established in the reality. That's all.
为什么？因为他们没有活在真实当中，就是这个原因。
I always was admiring some of the things which my grandfather used to do. My grandfather was established in truth, not politeness at all.
我总是很羡慕我爷爷曾经做的一些事情，因为我爷爷总是活在真实当中，他并不是礼貌的。
Somebody would not understand the teaching, he would tell them first class itself, sorry, you are not fit to understand this teaching. Don't waste your time, don't waste my time.
如果有的人并不适合学习这个教导，理解不了的话，我爷爷就会在第一节课告诉他说：“对不起，你不适合学这个，你理解不了，不要浪费你的时间，也不要浪费我的时间。”
And he could say that not because of attachment or non-attachment, because he was established in the truth, he knew the potential of people.
他之所以这样说，不是出于执着或不执着，是因为他活在真实当中，他能够看到这个人的潜能。
So that's why when somebody he would give blessings or give advice to somebody, that will manifest.
所以他给别人的建议或者是祝福都会显化出来。
So that's why the concept of Rishi also was that those people were established in the truth, and that is why Satyam is so important.
所以对圣人的定义也是活在真实当中的人，这也是为什么撒下真实如此重要。
So please, my dear friends, meditate on this concept of Satyam and start seeing how you can live your life with truth, with integrity, so that your actions will start to get supported.
所以希望大家能够认真的反思撒下这个概念，让你的言行都变得更加的真实，更加的正直，这样你的所有的行为才会有好的成果。
It's an exercise for all of us. None of us are excluded. We all have to establish in our reality.
这是我们所有人都要做的一项练习，没有任何人例外，每个人都要让自己活在真实当中。
You cannot be like somebody else.
你成为不了别人，
We can only be the best version of ourselves.
只能成为最好版本的自己。
Namaste, my friends.